Out with the old, in with the new. Installing new LED headlights in your Jeep. Coming up next in this video. Alright, so I've noticed when driving around that my headlights just kind of seem more of a wash of kind of a foggy light. It wasn't really bright or very clear. So I decided to try these new LED headlights. We'll install those here. I'll show you how I installed mine and how you can adjust them to make sure that you're not blinding the person coming at you. Because nothing's more irritating than having a car come at you and you think their headlights are on, they're bright, they're high beams, and they're not. It's just their headlights are all out of whack. So I'm going to show you how to align those up, and we'll see how these new ones work. So the first thing that we're going to do is, before we even take the headlights out or move anything around, try to get your Jeep in a level spot so that you can adjust where your current headlights, there's a line on your standard headlights that you want to basically mark where those are at. So I'm going to turn the headlights on the Jeep, and you'll see these distinctive marks here and here for each headlight. We want to mark where that spot is at with these existing, because that'll tell us roughly where our headlights are at. Now, if your headlights were off to begin with, there's a good chance you're going to install them off if you're going by that method. But I know that my headlights were good, so we're going to install them the exact same way. So let me turn them on. I'll show you what I mean. Alright, so hopefully you can see here, you can see this distinctive spot that's running across here with your headlights. So what we want to do is take that, mark where that is. So roughly there's that one. And the other one's right here. The other area is left and right. I'm just trying to pick the center of that hot spot. So we'll go there and there. And I'm curious if that's roughly the same as where these are. 38.5 inches apart. And sure enough, that's 38.5 inches apart. It's like exactly of where those are at. So I think that's good. I'm gonna, now that we have this marked, I'm not gonna move this board, and I'm not gonna move the Jeep. I'll turn the headlights off, and we'll go about taking these lights out. Well, this is interesting. I went to turn my lights out, and I realized that I had my high beams on. So you can see here's where the standard lights are, and here's where the high beams are. So I'm glad I discovered that, or I would have been blinding people all along. So now where my standard lights are at are right there. And this one is a little bit lower. Right there. Okay, now we're good. First things first, removing the headlights. There are 4 of these snap plastic fasteners here, and we're going to want to lift those up. two pieces. Kind of wiggle them loose. I guess technically they're not supposed to. Well, they do kind of come apart. And then down below are some snap fittings that are just pressed into place. So I should just slowly be able to pull those out like that. So there's the old headlights, and there's the new. Pretty. Let's see how this goes. Looks like they have an adapter that goes with it. So first thing we're going to do is, looks like the fitting on here is a T15. I forgot what you call these. They're not like Torx. They're not Allen wrenches. So we'll take this off the frame that's holding the light on. Make sure you don't drop that little screw. That should be it. So this should be able to pop out like so. There's the frame. Set that there. And inside here is the plug. And it's got this little red connector in there. So this red, come on, focus, red switch locks it in. And I'm having a hard time doing that with one hand. And then comes out. And theoretically, when you pull that out, the light should come out. So let's see if that's the case. All right, so what I discovered was if you pull that red thing back, I was trying to disconnect this up here, but this whole thing disconnects in one piece. And then pulls out. There's a little barb here. Not sure if my camera's going to focus in on that or not. So that's that. Use the other end. Plugs in like that. Take the little red, lock that in. All right, we've installed the extension. I'll plug this in like so. Has a little dot SAE here that goes on top. So now you got this extension that's in the way, so you gotta try to work this whole piece up in here. Just like that. see how this sets. And there are these little tabs up here. It looks like this is supposed to sit in, and it doesn't quite fit. So, let's see if you can see that or not. So this little area up here, this piece here is supposed to fit in there, just like that. Problem is, when I line the one up at the bottom, you can see it doesn't line up, and I can't put this in. I don't know if I could. I'm afraid of snapping it. At the bottom end. Right here, I pull this thing here and I just clip this off, which is one of these little indentations over here, so that now when I put this on, line it up to the bottom, I can get that top one and then that bottom one, and then it's in place. So now I just need to put my ring back on. So we do this other light the same way. Plug that in. Flip the little red thing down to lock that into place. This one, there's more room in on this side. Take our light, make sure you got the top facing up. Plug this in. All the way. So, tuck that back in there. This one you can kind of reach down a little bit and pull that wire in. Let's see if this one lines up. See, now this light, I didn't have that issue. It popped right into place. So I'm not sure what that's all about. So that's, of course, it's that I'll do that. Oh, it's getting cold out. Alright, so both our lights are installed, our trim ring is on. So let's turn the lights on and see how our alignment is. See what kind of adjustments need to be made. I'm still curious on where you adjust these because I only see one adjustment point here. So let's, let's hope I don't have to align them. Alright, so you can tell by looking at these, this one looks pretty good. It's a little high, but this one over here is way high. It's way up there. So I'm going to use that one adjustment screw that's here. So turning to the right makes the light go up. Turning it to the left brings it down. I'm going to adjust this one over here. Bring it down. And as far as left and right goes, by looking at this, I would say that this light needs to go that way some more, but I don't know how to adjust that. All right, so I found where the adjustment is to move the headlights from left to right, and it's a really stupid design. You got to take the light back out and adjust the ring, and then put the light back in and see if it's good enough. And if it's not, then you got to take the light back out, adjust the back side of the ring, and then put it back together again. Really a dumb design, so I don't know. But that's how you do it. So anyway, there inside of here is a, on both sides actually, is a little, I don't know what that thing is. It's like a nut that has a bracket that's coming off of it to hold this plastic ring that holds the light. And if you turn it counterclockwise, it pushes the light out, which will turn it to the right towards the passenger side, which is what I want to do. I'm just using a small little box end wrench to reach in there, and it doesn't need to move much. So this mysterious nut to turn the headlights left and right is right back in here. Not that, but right here. You see that little black area there? You put your wrench on that and turn it out, moves the light out toward the right hand side. All right, now that I move that out, put it all back together again and see if that was enough. And if it wasn't, now I gotta start all over again. You know what? I'm wondering, before I put that trim ring on, because it's a snug fit, so that light isn't. The other one, the light's a little loose and sloppy. This one here is a snug fit, so I think I'm good if I, because putting the trim ring on isn't going to move that light hardly anymore. So I'm going to turn the light on and see if that works for my adjustment. All right, so not quite enough. So I'm glad I didn't put that trim ring all the way back on. So put that here, stick my little wrench in there. Like that. Still Still can move over some more. So we're gonna turning it, but it doesn't really seem to be moving. Maybe it's just me. All right, that looks pretty good.
It's interesting. I look at this this light through the camera, and it looks completely different than it does with my naked eye. As I look at the camera, my right headlight looks okay, but my left one looks like it could come down some, and maybe in some also, but I can't see that with the naked eye. That's interesting. I will think I will bring that one on the left down a little bit.
I think I got it adjusted pretty close. I'm feeling pretty confident about it. All right, sorry, I have to jump in here. I did this installation a few days ago, and as I'm editing this, I'm looking at this picture right here and going, shoot, I didn't adjust these in the right spot. I put that hot spot that you see there in between the top tape and the bottom horizontal tape, and it shouldn't be that way. I screwed myself up by putting the high beams on, and you really don't need to care about the high beams. It's just the standard beams that you're interested in. So I should have adjusted these lights down to that bottom tape, and instead, for some reason, I adjusted them right in the middle. So I don't know why I did that. I just wanted to point that out, just like I did in I just show you all my faults in these videos that I make. So anyway, hopefully you'll see that and not do the same thing. So I'm going to put it all back together, put this trim ring back on, and we should be good to go. So let's get this done. All right. It's snowing out, but the temperature is 34 degrees. So technically it's snowing, but my cameras are getting wet. So I gotta hurry this up. That on. You don't want to over tighten these torque screws, because they'll strip that plastic out pretty quick. Alright, so we got that. These out of the way. This is tight all together. Move these out of the way. Next is the grill. Lights are done and in. These lights here twist into place. So, one in. That one's in. Then you line up the bottom clips. place. So those are, everything looks good. Once that puts in place, take these plastic fittings and put it That's it. Our box. Oh, put the old headlights in this box here. So there you have it. Headlights on. It's pretty good, must say. So I'm excited to take it out tonight and see if I notice a difference. I'm sure I will. Let me look at the high beams. All right, there we go. Headlights, new headlights. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.